Welcome to NASCAR Heat Mobile Cup Series, Season 3, Race 7. The regular season finale at Watkins, Glen will begin in a few short minutes, but first let's do a recap of the last race at Pocono. Rowdy Extreme was able to get his second win of the season and take the points lead and be our regular season champion with those 2 wins and the points lead. He is confirmed to be the regular season champion. But again, this is the regular season finale. We've been talking about playoffs the past few weeks. It is time. The regular season finale. These are a lot of drivers' final chances to make the playoffs. 2 major drivers we are keeping an eye on, SMB and Lucas K. This race can go one of 3 ways for them. One of those 2 wins their way into the playoffs here today at Watkins Glen. We get a new winner that isn't one of those 2 and they both get eliminated. Or we get a repeat winner that's already won the season and one of those 2 advances based off of consistency. 20 laps here at Watkins Glen, the regular season finale. One of the biggest races of the season. Regular season finale has always been Michigan, but now it is Watkins Glen. SMB on pole. This is a very important race for him. He's going to have to try and win this. Here we go. 20 laps at Watkins Glen. Green flag is out in the regular season finale. And this track is a little bit different. This is the only road course we have on the schedule. So the view is going to be a little bit different here at Watkins Glen. But yes, 20 laps here in the regular season finale. Again, we know how important this race is going to be for certain drivers. Last chance for some guys to make the playoffs. Who will come around and lead lap 1? We're going to be talking about it all race. Just the drivers that have to get this win. The drivers that are looking to advance on consistency. And maybe we get a repeat winner. Maybe Rowdy Extreme comes through, wins that 3rd race of the season before the playoffs. That'll be big for him, showing exactly why he's here to win this championship. Yes, longest race of the season here at Watkins Glen. 20 laps here at the road course. As here they come. Stop Motion Brothers leads lap 1. Again, we know this is a very important race for him. He's going to have to win this race or advance on consistency. As of right now, he will advance on consistency if we get a repeat winner. Stop Motion Bros will be our advancing driver over Lucas K if we get a repeat winner. However, if he's able to win this race, then he'll just lock himself in on a win. Now, going into the playoffs, you're going to need wins. You're going to need at least 1 win if you want to stay stable in the playoffs. We saw this with Dizzy Catdo last season. He advanced on consistency, but he wasn't able to advance to the next round, even with a win at Watkins Glen, because he just didn't have a win in the regular season. So, if you're going to be in the playoffs, you're going to need a regular season win. Or that regular season win's really going to help you here in these playoffs. You know, Rowdy Extreme's looking really good with those 2 wins. He's probably going to be advancing to the playoffs with those 2 wins. And maybe he'll be able to pick up a few more wins here between Watkins Glen and Kansas en route to possibly a championship. But we've seen, Lucas K in Season 1 having that great season. But Stop Motion Bros, look at the gap. He is pulling over the field. Look at this. It is lap 3. And he is already pulling away by so much from me right now. Wow, Stop Motion Bros really proving right now why he is going to be making these playoffs, why he is here to win. Stop Motion Bros, one of the best drivers in the NASCAR Heat Mobile Cup Series. He has 4 career wins, 1 win in Season 1, and 3 wins last season. 3 wins for him. That's the most wins in a season by any driver so far. 3 wins for Stop Motion Bros last season. Fell up just short, finishing 2nd in the championship to Lucas K. Lucas K with 2 wins last season. But, wow, Stop Motion Bros, if he's able to win this race, there's going to be a big celebration here in this next week leading up to the playoffs. Playoff opener will be Michigan next week, Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Michigan playoff opener. Will we see a playoff driver win? Maybe get themselves a 2nd win on the season and, get another win and advance themselves. Remember, if you win in this series, you're not automatically advanced, but it will help you. Wins are going to help you a lot in this. But yes, right now, lap 4 out of 20 in Stop Motion Bros is dominating right now. Leading all the laps from the pole. Let's go ahead and talk about all the we're not even racing at Kansas. All our Watkins Glen winners we've had in the previous season. Season 1, we had Justin Haley. No one really ever expected that car to win. Colleague Racing has a win this season with the 16 car of Ethan Schindler. Ethan Schindler will be in the Season 3 playoffs. Ethan Schindler is kind of an underdog story going into these playoffs. We had kind of a lot of surprise winners, sort of. With Tyreek Speed getting that win at Phoenix. Ethan Schindler with the win at Kansas. NASCAR Fan 05 is not really a surprise. He had a win at Talladega last season and a Championship 4 appearance, so he had that win at Charlotte that was able to lock him into these playoffs. Yes, again, regular season finale. This race is going to be very important as Stop Motion Bros is turning some really fast laps. He is here to play. I have a timer right next to me that I use to count the laps in the race, and his lap times are really fast right now. He picked it up 2 seconds from the first lap. Stop Motion Bros, man, he is showing exactly why he is here to win, and he is here to dominate races, trying to get that 5th career win. If he wins this race, he will take over the all-time wins lead over Lucas K. Him and Lucas K are tied right now with they both have 4 career wins. Those are the most in series history. Man, could this be the showing of why Stop Motion Bros is here to win this championship? He might be here. He might come in late in the season, Our Season 1 champion only had that 1 win at Phoenix, and then he was able to win again at Bristol. So, it doesn't always take multiple wins to win the championship, but multiple wins is definitely what you'd want in a championship season, Right now, I think Rowdy Extreme is probably our championship favorite right now, just based off of all the wins he has with those 2 wins so far this season. As here they go, Rowdy Extreme looking for the 2nd spot, trying to pass Lucas K. Rowdy Extreme, if he could win this race, go back-to-back and get that 3rd win on the season, man, he'd really be showing exactly what he's here to do. Here to win a championship. Even after he just got kicked out of that 18, we've heard talks that he might go to the 20 car or the 19. So he will still be part of that Joe Gibbs Racing lot, but again, he's performing really well on that 18 car. Isaiah Joy will be taking over that car next season. Isaiah Joy had 1 win back in Season 2 in that 18 car. So, both those drivers are definitely, I think, are suitable to drive that number 18. But Isaiah Joy got picked, and he got that signed deal that we've seen a few other drivers get this season, like Bryce, Lucas K, Bryce Benton, Lucas K, SMB. We've seen all those drivers get these signed deals. And Stop Motion Bros is absolutely dominating right now. Lap 7 out of 20, and he is just gapping the field. Look how much he has gapped. We usually don't see this. We usually don't see a lead this big on lap 7 of the race. Then again, this is a road course, but yeah. Rowdy Extreme looking to the inside of Lucas K for that 2nd spot. Lucas K watching that playoff spot run away from him as Stop Motion Bros is running away with this race. Again, like I said, what a statement win this would be for Stop Motion Bros. You're able to lead every lap from the pole and take this win here at Watkins Glen. Just what a storybook, and just what a statement that would be. Just see if he's able to close this one out. But again, this is a long race. We've seen Dizzy Catdo back in Season 1 dominated this race. Looked like he was going to win. The 31 of Justin Haley had something else to say about that. He closed in on him really quick and was able to take that lead on the white flag and get that win back in Season 1. As Stop Motion Bros is continuing. He was a second slower than some of his other laps. His fastest lap right now is a 1 minute 10.55. So there you go. That is his fastest lap so far this race. That was on lap 2. He ran that lap. Again, Hendrick Motorsports has not won a race this season. And I drive for Joe Gibbs, so I probably shouldn't really be supporting Hendrick, but I want to see Stop Motion Bros win this. I think he's a really deserving driver. I think he's a deserving driver for a championship. He really thought he was going to get that championship last season. Just didn't really go the way he wanted. But maybe this season is a new horizon. Maybe he's going to come in late, get this win here at the Glen, and just move on from that and just keep winning. Maybe he'll, Stop Motion Bros, he's the type of driver that'll never give up. I mean, he's had a terrible, well, not really terrible, but he's just had kind of a down season. Like, usually you'd expect him to win by now, but he has not won so far. He has a few poles, 4 poles so far this season. Another one this race. So he is the leading in poles this season, which poles are a good thing to have. It'll help you in the race. We've seen a few drivers win from the pole. Stop Motion Bros has done it at Pocono. But, yeah, I mean, Stop Motion Bros trying to win from the pole here today at Watkins Glen, continuing to dominate, lap 9 out of 20. But yes, I do agree. Stop Motion Bros is a really deserving driver for a championship. I mean, just the work he puts in, just driving for Hendrick, he's heard something. We've heard some things that he might try and find a ride not at Hendrick Motorsports, but we don't think that's likely as he has signed that multi-season deal in that number 9 car. We think he's just been a little bit frustrated with the kind of down season he's been having, and he's just kind of saying that just because he was so disappointed. But I know he won't leave Hendrick. He is really iconic in that 9. That's where he's gotten all his wins. That's where he's gotten all his domination in this series. Driving that number 9 as he's coming to lap 10 out of 20. We are halfway through this race, the regular season finale. Stop Motion Bros trying to get that final playoff spot and get this clutch win. And again, we do have a change to the playoffs this season. Rather than it being just a one race deciding for each round, Michigan and Bristol will be combined as the round of 6. So these drivers, Stop Motion Bros, it's not going to be game over for him right after Michigan. He's going to have Michigan and Bristol to try and win and get above that cut line and advance to that Final Four and go win a championship. Now, everyone in the playoffs is most likely going to have to win. That's why you're most likely going to have a win or 2 if you're Rowdy Extreme. You have 2 right now. But again, wins. That's all we talk about. They're very important in playoff situations. I mean, we know that wins are one of the most important things. As I would like to point out something. I don't want to spoil anything, but I think Stop Motion Bros may catch lap traffic before this thing's over. He's running such fast laps, he's already catching up to the tail end of the field. So unless he's able to really maneuver around them, we'll have to see who is running second as we're on 10 laps to go here at Watkins Glen. Again, this is the only road course on the schedule. Rowdy Extreme's running second. You see, Rowdy Extreme, just the consistency he's been able to put down this season is amazing. He is hoping right now that Stop Motion Bros gets caught behind some lap traffic. Rowdy Extreme, a 3rd win on the season. You know how good that would be for him. You know what that would show. Again, that would show he's here to win. He's not here just to be slow. I mean, he is here to win races, and he is. If he's able to win this, that'll be his 3rd win of the season. 3 wins. Stop Motion Bros, when he got his 3rd win, it was season 2 race 9. He was only able to get his 3rd win in the race before the championship. If Rowdy Extreme is able to get 3 wins before the playoffs, he has 3 more races left in the season to get more wins. Maybe possibly a 4th or a 5th win on the season. And we know that wow. And if he doesn't win the championship like that, then, I mean, I don't really know who should win the championship because, honestly, Rowdy Extreme is probably the most deserving driver, but, again, there's 5 other playoff drivers at the end of this race who are going to try and compete with that 18 and take this championship away from him. Lap 12 of 20. Stop Motion Bros just trying to run the fastest laps he can, get away from that 18. He already has a huge lead, but he just wants to make sure. He's going to be able to win this. Hopefully lap traffic. One thing I'd suggest for SMB right now is don't catch the tail end of the field. Just back it off right now. You have a huge lead. Just back it off. Don't try and catch the tail end. Don't run too fast laps that you're going to catch the tail end of the field. But unfortunately, he is on the same straight. He's almost on the same straightaway as the lap traffic, as we have lap 13 of the 20. Man, if Stop Motion Bros loses this race because of lap traffic, I'm gonna feel so bad for him. He deserves this race. He's dominated so far, and I just really want him to be happy. I want him to win this race and make this playoffs. But also, I gotta think about myself too here. I'm currently running in the 4th position. And if all those guys get slowed up in front of me and I'm able to take that lead, that'll be good for me. That'll give me a second win on this season. And I'll be right up there with Rowdy Extreme. That'll help me. I would always want more wins. I have 1 win this season. Tyreek Speed has 1 win. Ethan Trundler with 1 win. NASCAR Fan 05 with 1 win. Just a lot of drivers with wins so far. And that's their ultimate goal at the end of these races. Just win, win, win. That's what you need. And, yes, if a non-playoff driver is to win a playoff race, that's great. I mean, you're going to celebrate the exact same as if it were a regular win that locks you into the playoffs. But, you got to really be thinking about playoffs. If you want to win a championship, you have to be in the playoffs. I mean, we don't do points here. We don't do points-based championships. If we did points-based championships, Rowdy Extreme would be looking really good right now. But if we did points-based championships, then Season 1 would be Lucas K, Season 2 would be Stop Motion Bros, and then, as of right now, it would be Rowdy Extreme. Those would be our champions. But we settle it by the playoffs, round of 4. Yes, I know that it can be a little unfair, but so far, I feel like the champions have been kind of deserving. NASCAR Fan 5, Season 1, he had 2 wins. That was tied for the most wins that season with Lucas K. I do feel like Lucas K probably should have won that championship, but Season 2, Lucas K was definitely a really competitive driver, but I do feel like Stop Motion Bros probably deserved that championship a little more with his 3 wins and all his consistency. And then, again, like I said, so far this season, I'd say Rowdy Extreme is looking like the champion, but we won't know until Kansas. We will not know who's the champion until Kansas, so just gonna have to keep going. Gonna have to really see. I mean, who is going to win this race? As lap 15 out of 20 for Stop Motion Bros, as he has caught the tail end of the field as he's moving around to the outside of the 66. Man, 6 laps to go for that 9 car. I mean, you can just see the lead he has though. Even if he does get held up by lap traffic, I think he might be good. Just look at this lead. I mean, this lead is insane. Basically an insurmountable lead for that 9 car. Man, back in Season 1 when he got that first career win at Pocono, that was a dominating win. Led every lap of the race. Started from pole, led every lap. And we might see this again here today at Pocono from that 9 car. Again, I do want him to win this. I want him to be happy. I don't want him to get, upset. I don't want him to get disappointed that he misses the playoffs. I don't like to see drivers upset. I'm a driver myself in this. It can be a little disappointing, like Season 2, when I kind of had that off season, didn't get a win, didn't make the playoffs. But I bounced back this season with that Daytona 500 win, and now I don't really have to worry about anything going into the playoffs. I'm in second in the I'm in second in the points right now. So I'm looking good. I mean, as long as I'm up there, I think I probably will be confirmed to be in that Final 4. As we have 5 laps to go, unless we get a bunch of multi-time winners. But I don't think. I think me and Rowdy Extreme are locked into the championship 4. I think it's the 3rd and 4th guys that are still at risk in case we get another repeat winner. We have 5 to go here at Watkins Glen. Stop Motion Bros, that 9 team, just sitting anxiously on that pit wall, just hoping he completes these next 5 laps nice and clean, en route to his first win of the season. Hendrick Motorsports, if they're to come back and win this championship, that'll be one of the biggest comeback stories we've seen. But, I mean, that 9 car is going to be their only hope. I mean, unless the 5 car is able to get up there and take this win, then, I mean, I don't really see... the Stop Motion Bros is really going to be Hendrick Motorsports' like only real playoff opportunity here going into the playoffs. As I will say, that 9 car's lap times are slowing down a lot here with 4 to go. He was running 110s, 111s. Now he's running 114. So those lap times have dropped about 3 seconds. And that 18 car is most likely still running 110s and 111s. So that 18 car is charging hard, but he's only got 4 laps to catch that 9. I don't think he's going to have enough time to do it. Stop Motion Bros is trying to hang on for this win. He just got to complete 4 more laps. So just get through those turns quickly. Try and maybe get around a few lap cars so you can put a few cars in between you and the 18 if that 18 is fast enough to catch up. And I mean, when he's going to come to 3 to go this time. I'm excited to see Michigan in the playoffs. I think Michigan's the next race will be next week, 2:30 p.m. I'm excited to see Michigan. I think Michigan's going to be a good playoff race. Michigan has been one of the best tracks in previous seasons, so I think that'll be an interesting one just to be able to see what it's like in the playoffs. Coming to 3 laps to go for Stop Motion Brothers. Here he comes. 3 to go. As, yes, he has put a few lap cars in between him and that 18. That 18 car is still not the closest. I mean, that 18 car is coming. 3 to go. That 18 car is coming. We've been saying that this 9 car is easily going to win this, but I don't know. That 18 car is... How hungry is he for a 3rd win on the season? 3 to go. Can that 8... What will that 18 car do for this win? Stop Motion Bros, if he just gets around the lap traffic, he's going to start running faster lap. But that lap was a 1:15 for that 9. He's slowing those lap times down a bunch. Getting stuck behind those lap cars. Those lap times are dropping a ton. This is not good. That 18 car is coming. Will we see a repeat of Season 1 with the driver dominating the race and then losing on the last few laps? Everyone else taking 3 to go, but as Stop Motion Bros comes back around, he's going to be taking 2 laps to go. Here at Watkins Glen, 2 more laps in the regular season. 2 to go, he's gotten around the lap traffic. You see that? He's gotten around the lap traffic. Here comes that 18 car, though. 2 laps to go. That lap was a 1:11 for the 9 car. He's starting to pick up those lap times again now that he has no one in front of him. Now, Stop Motion Bros is trying to do... He's running an almost perfect race. Pretty much a perfect race here at Watkins Glen. Now, he just needs 2 more clean laps, and he'll win here at Watkins Glen. Just what a race this would be for him. And unfortunately, Lucas K is most likely going to be eliminated from the playoffs as Stop Motion Bros looks to win this race at Watkins Glen. Everyone else taking 2 to go. The regular season finale. A lot of other drivers had a chance. So this was going to be their final chance to lock themselves into the playoffs. But here comes Stop Motion Bros. White flag. 1 lap to go at Watkins Glen. The 18 car is too far back. I don't think he's going to be able to pull anything. Wow. Stop Motion Bros. Hendrick Motorsports has been winless all season. And, I mean, honestly, I thought it might stay that way. Hendrick Motorsports, I thought they were going to be having an off season. I didn't think they were going to be able to win. I just thought it wasn't going to be their year, you know? Just, everyone has off season, and I thought this was going to be it for Hendrick Motorsports. But that driver, that 9, after such a hard season so far, the number 9 to Stop Motion Bros, he's done a great job today. Dominating race, almost perfect, led all 20 laps in that number 9 car. As he comes through the final couple turns, he's going to have the satisfaction of winning his way into the Season 3 playoffs. Stop Motion Bros in that number 9 car coming around to get his 5th career NASCAR Heat Mobile Cup Series win and a clutch victory. Stop Motion Bros wins at Watkins Glen. Wow, I feel good for him. He deserves this win. Wow. Stop Motion Bros gets it done. Dominating performance. Started from the pole. Led all 20 laps. And gets the checkered flag at Watkins Glen. Wow. Stop Motion Bros. Just nice job by him. No, his team needed this. They needed this going into the playoffs. Now they set off into the playoffs. And the funny thing was, if Rowdy Extreme was to win this race, Stop Motion Bros would have advanced on consistency anyways with the better finishes in this season than Lucas K. So either way, he would have made the playoffs unless we had a different winner that wasn't him. But yeah, Stop Motion Bros with the clutch victory at Watkins Glen. 5th career NASCAR Heat Mobile Cup Series win for him. Wow, just clutch victory. You know, we saw this last season, or not last season, season 1 with Mickey and Jeffy show. But yeah, I mean, Stop Motion Bros, pretty much clutch race. You know, I think these other playoff drivers are going to have to be scared for him. You know, he's going to be a big threat. But yeah, that is it for now, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.